I'll quickly taking you through how global markets are doing this Friday morning. Chip makers led the gains for the S&P and the Nasdaq. Mind you, both indices have fallen for 2 consecutive days in a row and have now seen a bit of a reversal on Thursday. The S&P was absolutely flat, in fact a bit with a positive bias, up 6 basis points, and the Nasdaq rose over 0.5% in trade on Thursday. However, what has weighed down on US indices is the Dow. The Dow was down almost 0.5% in trade on Thursday, largely due to the Disney stock. The Disney stock fell around 7% due to it missing the street and analyst expectations in terms of revenue, earnings, as well as the critical number on Disney Plus, number of subscribers not increasing or not growing as quickly as anticipated. Moving on quickly to Europe, European markets ended at a record high on robust earnings despite inflation worries. The EU Commission raised the 2021 growth forecast. The growth forecast has now been up from 4.3% to 5%, and the 2022 forecast has also been up to 4.3%. The Pan-European Stoxx 600 index was up around 1/3%, largely driven by mining shares. Mining shares were also driven largely due to Evergrande. Evergrande, it seems, reports suggest, has made certain payments with regard to their interest liabilities, and that will obviously help the company and has helped also European mining stocks. European markets, the DAX and the CAC rose marginally around 10 and 20 basis points respectively, and when you look at the FTSE 100, that was up just over 0.5% in trade. Also, when we speak about Asia, employment numbers in Australia fell by 46,000 against estimates of a rise of 50,000. So that may be a significant development in Australia, leading to the ASX 200 falling over 0.5% in trade yesterday. However, Asia Pacific markets have opened quite strongly today. When we look at the numbers, the Nikkei is up over 1% in trade. The Shanghai is absolutely flat, in fact down 8 basis points, trading with a negative bias there. The Hang Seng is up around 0.4%, and the ASX 200 also up over 1%, reversing yesterday's more than 0.5% loss. And the Kospi is up over 1.5%. Mind you, the Kospi was also in the red yesterday. When we look at commodities, the London Metal Index was up just below 1%. Now it's up in 4 out of the last 5 trading sessions. Good time for commodities. The London Metal Index for aluminium rose over 3%, and copper was up over 1%. OPEC lowered the oil demand forecast for the end of 2021, which led to oil just easing off in terms of pricing. Oil was almost at $83 a barrel till yesterday, and has now eased to around $81.50 a barrel in early trade today. Gold neared a 5-month peak, mind you, on the back of inflation worries. Gold is now at $1861 an ounce. It was at roughly $1851 an ounce yesterday, and almost at $1830 an ounce on Tuesday and Wednesday. So that's a significant bump up in gold prices as well. The dollar index rose to a 16-month high, rising 1% on Wednesday, followed by 35 basis point, 1/3% on Thursday as well. It's slightly higher even today, up around 7 odd basis points. The US 10-year treasury yields are at 1.57%, 5.75% in fact, and the Bitcoin is steady at the 64,000 US dollar mark, exactly where we left it yesterday. This is a roundup of global markets as of today, Friday morning.